Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. Today let us take a look at a few layers and at the same time at a few base items. Basically this is the space base. It's a gift we got last November and from what I understand we should get it again next November. Basically every November DCUO has this event called Extra Life where they give us a whole bunch of new stuff, and this is one of the things we got for the Extra Life last November. And here you can see I've decorated it pretty much with Legion based items. Although here we have our friend Mogo, we have ranks over here. I have to admit, I didn't know what to do with this item, so here it is. Well, I'll try to find a better place for it. And the Legion emblems, holy crap. I got a lot of as drops, I bought a lot of those on the broker. And pretty much any chance I get, I try to get some more. The same with those Legion screens, I love those. And of course those Legion tables can fit in quite a few layers. There's a whole bunch of Star Labs base items that I have. Those come from the anniversary event. Although at this point you probably can still get them from the broker if you look a bit. So this is pretty much our space base. Let's go to the next one. If you've been watching my videos for some times, odds are you did see this layer quite a few times before. Although I did tweak it a bit not too long ago. So this is pretty much where I have my main armories. And our little friend Crypto, of course. Oh, you can see Crypto is looking for attention. Oh, let's click on our friend Isis. Once a day you can click on our little cat and get some goodies. And I have a few posters here. Those posters changed not too long ago, but I love those posters. I'm gonna have to try to find a way to be able to show them off a bit more. And I love also those statues, the Heatwave statue and the Flash statue. I wish we had more of those. And the orrery of the multiverse. Holy crap. I remember way back when we first got the Lairs, I did not think much of Lairs, especially seeing how a lot of the base items we had were like beds and tables and that kind of stuff. But when we got the orrery of the multiverse, it was the very first base items that we got where I thought, holy crap, this will look cool in my base. And of course we have a few pets. Oh, what happened to Doomsday? Ah, I'm so sad now. So here we have our little friend Streaky the Super Cat. Oh, Doomsday's over there. Doomsday goes crazy sometimes. Oh well. Again, I love those posters. I wish we had more. And the Time Sphere. Holy crap, is this a big base item. Love it. I got it as random drops and I bought quite a few on the broker. Here we have our Question Armory. I didn't use it in a while, I should use it soon. Actually, I did use it not too long ago, but I don't use it quite enough. So I tried to make a little office to our friend the Question with a whole bunch of files. I could have a lot more of those. But also we have the Oracle mainframes. I love those. And of course the TV screens. At some point I had some of my layers where I would put the TV screens all over the walls. It was again one of the few base items we had at the time, which was kind of worth using. So again, the Flash statue, the smaller version. We have a Superman statue. Oh, there we have our friend Doomsday who's going crazy. The smaller version of the Heatwave statue, and the small posters for the Swamp Thing. Holy crap, I love those. These come from the spring seasonal, so next spring if you get the chance, try to get those posters. You can probably still get them from the broker, but you'll have to spend quite a bit of cash, as opposed to if you do get them during the spring seasonal, it'll be a lot less expensive. Here we have the Dakota. I think it's supposed to be a portal. I don't know if it's supposed to be a teaser of things to come, but it's something we got with the Legion DLC, so probably not. Oh, I forgot a few posters. I love those posters. And of course, at some point, we got a whole bunch of Dark Knight's Metal posters. And we got some more classic posters. I wish we had more classic posters, I have to admit. I like the classics a lot more than the new stuff, but I would take either options.
They clearly go better over here.
Oh, and here we had our friend Ambush Bug. Once in a while, Ambush Bug will tell us a little line, so some more posters. And this is my wall of emblems. You guys saw that before. Basically, whenever I made my videos about the emblems, this is what I would use. I tried to put a few more items here. Oh yeah, the Lobo bike. Oh, I love this item. And the Alexander Luthor spaceship isn't bad either. And here, this is pretty much something fairly new. Not too long ago, I spent a couple of days trying to rework at least some of my lair. And this is a little Titans corner that I made in my lair, using a whole bunch of Teen Titans base items, some of the Teen Titans screens. I love those screens. I wish we had more stuff like that, but oh well. So at some point, whenever I would look on the broker for Teen Titans base items, I would get a few of those. Again, the Swamp Thing posters, I love those. So these are covers, classic covers from the 70s by a master called Bernie Wrightson. I'm not sure if he's still doing comics. I have to admit, I haven't seen anything he did in quite some time. Here I tried to make a little bit, basically this is my broker area, but I'm gonna have to work on it a bit more. Try to put a few statues, a few frames. This is our invasion portal. If you use it during when it's not the anniversary event, it will take you straight to the watchtower. Something I didn't realize at first. A real section with a whole bunch of exobyte base items. Basically, this is my crafting station. I should probably try to get a few more of those next anniversary event. And of course, the interactive bat signal. I love this item. This one comes from the Earth 3 DLC, and I got quite a few of those. Again, some I got as drops, some I bought on the broker. At some point, I would buy anything I could on the broker. And here is what I labeled my summer lair. It's a little bit more than that, but basically I tried to put at least some of the summer base items. Oh, the Aquaman statue.
Mara, my love. No matter how far away I travel or how many leagues of sea might separate us, I will always remember and cherish the promises we made on the day we were married. Even now, after years long past, I can recall every word of our wedding vows.
I won't click on every line, but there's a whole bunch of vows like that our friend Aquaman and Mara will say. And there's also this little statue here that we can activate.
Main Gala Hall is a cultural exchange center to share food, art, and aspects of our individual cultures.
And here we have those castle windows. I love those. I should have gotten more, but maybe next year. And if we go over here, I have my little spot. Basically the Atlantis throne with a whole bunch of Atlantis statues, which are guarding the evil imp, Mr. Mixospitalik. So again, some more statues. I love that. I love that cover. And those big fish. I have a whole bunch of those big fish. Basically, whenever you click on Catwoman's cat, it gives you a free gift. And once in a while, you'll get one of those big fish as your free gift. And here, this is pretty much how you can capture Mr. Mixospitalik. You put a whole bunch of sigil walls, some evil eyes to keep an eye on him. Let's click on old friend. So basically, normally our friend Mixospitalik will run all over the place. Here, we can manage to trap him in one place. It's something that I did by accident. At some point, I had set up Mixospitalik so that he would be guarding my bank. And I did not even lock him up, but I had used one of the Zeus portal that was open, and somehow our friend Mixospitalik still could not go through the portal even though it was open. So it made me realize that we could actually trap Mixospitalik so that he would not run all over the place. Otherwise, it's a bit of a pain in the butt to try to run after him. It does give us a free gift every day, but you have to run all over the place to try to catch him, and it's a bit annoying. But here we have a few more windows, I guess. Although I'm not sure I would call this a window. Yeah, I suppose it still qualifies. And here I was planning to do this actually into a bigger room. But then I started putting one tree and another tree and another tree. And before you knew it, I had a lot of trees here. I thought I could have more trees to put elsewhere. You'll see when we look at one of my other layers. And this wall with the trees, holy crap, I love this. I should have bought a lot more last summer. I'm gonna have to try to get more this year. And those moon windows, I love those. It's another thing I should try to get more of. Oh well. And here we have our little friend, our little parrot friend. Don't be shy, say something. Yeah, that's better. And there's this big carnivorous plant. I'm not sure if it does anything. I thought it might interact with some of my pets. I didn't do that so far. Here we have our little, not sure what would call it, a water totem, I guess. Oh, it's gone. And again, oh, let's go upstairs first. Again, another one of them big fish. I have a lot of those. And basically, if you click on the cat every day, you'll get a whole bunch of stuff. Here I tried to make a sort of Thanagarian section. It's not. It still needs some work. Sadly, these bases are still, even though I did put a lot of base items, some of them are still a work in progress. Oh, let's summon our friend here. I love it. So if we go downstairs, so again some more Swamp Thing posters. I love those. And this is pretty much a whole bunch of ice and some water, I guess. I have a few penguins, and sometimes they'll interact with the water. There's a whole bunch of those snow globes as well. So here I pretty much put up a whole bunch of ice-based items, like and even the dolphin and the not ice globes, snow globes. But once in a while, the penguins go crazy and they break everything. Oh well. So there's snow globes with a whole bunch of lantern emblems. I don't think we have all of them yet, but I suspect in the long run, it might happen. So there you can see the penguins going crazy a bit. So this here would be my Brainiac lair. I have a whole bunch of nice windows like this one. Some statues like the Evil Crime Syndicate of America.
Patrolling for intruders.
And there's also the Teen Titans drone, but where is it? Sadly, the drone gets stuck in the floor sometimes. I'm not sure why it does that. Oh, we have the invasion portal here. Oh, we have the Lobo bike here again. I love this bike. I love also those big windows with Brainiac. And I think this is the broken version of the T-Spheres. And here I have my Deathstroke Armory. Basically, this is my... I made what I would call a Weapon Mastery Armory. So this is going to be my armory when I need to test various weapons. Or to test out Weapon Mastery. Again, the Brainiac window. Love this window. There's a whole bunch of nice windows we can get for our lair. Too many windows at this point. Almost not enough walls to be able to put them up. And again, some more posters. Some statues. I love those statues. I should have bought more of those when I had the chance. Maybe next year. And I used to use this portal for to disguise my teleporter. I haven't done that lately. So here we have the bigger version of the Brainiac portal. And again, some dark metal covers as posters. We have some more here. Some more statues. If you're wondering why I have only Ultraman and Owlman, it's because when I got Superwoman, I gave it to my evil villain lair, so that's why I don't have her. Ah, I love those covers again. Oh, I guess the null drone finally got unstuck. Not sure why, sometimes it gets stuck in the floor. Ah, it happens. So here's some more posters. Some more here. And here I have some Hive base items. I should try to get more. There's quite a few more I should be able to get. I guess I'm gonna have to play the broker and go on a spending spree soon. So we have sort of a little CSA room with the table, a bunch of chairs. Again, the statues. I'm gonna have to look for the Superwoman statue. Maybe maybe we can get some at a good price. RJSA poster. And if we go downstairs, so here we have a few Star Sapphire base items. So basically, usually downstairs, over here, this is my broker area. Oh, there's a Emerald Crystal. It's a crystal we can click once a day. Will give us a little reward. If we're lucky, we'll get something we can sell on the broker. If not, not too bad. Ah, the Moebius chair. I love this chair. You've probably seen it elsewhere. I have it at least twice with this character. And I have a lot of those screens. I'm gonna have to try to figure out something out to do with those screens. Should probably still put a few more things here. I'll have to get some thoughts. This year, I guess next Halloween, I'm gonna have to try to get a whole bunch of base item for here. But before we go here, let's go in the back over here. So I got those big sculptures or the big monolith, I guess, some time ago, or megalith. Uh, so I've been meaning to make something with those. I should have put more trees, but as you saw, I started putting trees in my other room, and I've put trees, and I've put trees, and I've put trees, and before you knew it, this is all the trees I had left to be able to put in this room. But I kind of like the result is still. But I'll probably try to get at least a few more trees, and next time I get a chance to be able to fill at least part of this room here. Although I kind of like it the way it is. Sometimes I'll try. Sometimes I'll go a bit overboard in certain rooms, but sometimes I have to hold back a little bit not to put too much stuff in one room, so that the room can breathe a bit, if it makes sense. So again, there's a bunch of base items from the Halloween seasonal that I've put up here. I should try to get more next year. Ah, those Blood Moon window, I love those. A little cemetery here. Ah, those heads. Ah, I should really get more of those. So here we have like a zombie head, a couple of vampire heads. Ah, the werewolf looks pretty cool, and the mummy head. Definitely I need more heads. And I have a lot of those library walls, so I can pretty much make a maze. Actually, when we go downstairs, you'll see. I was hoping to be able to make some sort of maze. Turns out I did not have enough of the wall I really wanted to use. But I actually have a lot of library walls, as you can see, and I can even make smaller rooms. This is pretty much like a small mystic room, with some mystic base items. Some more screens. I should make a better room here, but well. Let's go upstairs first, and we'll come back downstairs. Again, some more Swamp Thing poster. Uh, awesome poster, and a few statues, of course. And here up here, if you ever get become part of the Multiverse Core and get wounded in battle, this is where we'll send you to heal your wounds. Let's hope it never comes to that, but we're somewhat fairly equipped to be able to deal with anything. sort of. So here we have some more Swamp Thing. And here, let's go over here first. So this is pretty much our Minotaur room. I was hoping to be able to use a lot of those gates to be able to make some sort of labyrinth. Sadly, I don't have enough gates. Let's take a quick look. We could get some gates for 5 million. Maybe next time. And I had to get also some plaques for the walls. And here we have some displays like the Amazon bracers. We have a few artifacts. Another display, the Dr. Fate helmet. I wish soon we get a Dr. Fate helmet. Who knows? There's been some tease that maybe we'll get something Dr. Fate related, but we'll see. So I got some more artifacts, some more displays. Here we have the trident. And you'll notice usually I try to make my lair so that I can walk around stuff. So that's another reason why sometimes I'll try to leave plenty of room so that I can just walk around with my character. Doesn't always work. Sometimes I have to skip over stuff, but as a rule of thumb, I try to do that. And this is here pretty much my crafting area. So I'm making it a forge. I did make some sort of some kind of sense. So we had a whole bunch of anvils, of hammers. Another anvil over here with a smaller hammer. And of course, a whole bunch of lava. And sometimes there's happy accidents that'll happen. Like I did put up this lava down here, and it somehow came out over here, and I kind of liked the result, so I left it there. I was planning to maybe put something here, and I still could. I suppose I could put like a statue here. I'll have to give it some thoughts. There's this big lava thing that I wish I could have put in this room, but it really wouldn't fit, so I just left it here for now. So I kind of like the way this layer is coming up, but it's still well, pretty much all my layer are still under construction. And also one of the reasons why I went crazy a bit redecorating my layers was that I had a lot of base items that I just could not show off because I just didn't have enough layers, so I kept on adding layers and adding layers. And also there's layer themes like this is here the tech layer. Like at some point I got into the trap of always using the Brainiac layer or the Atlantis layer so that I could have the biggest layer possible and I could have the extra big room in the layer. But then that meant not being able to use the tech layer or some of the other layer. I'll show some of them to you here a bit later. This is again is pretty much a Legion based. There's my space base that's pretty much Legion themed, but this one as well. Again, I love the Legion logo, so I tried to get it quite a few times. And those tables are pretty cool. I love those screens. And of course, again, the time sphere. Yes, I have more than one. And actually, I even have the smaller one that we got with the Legion DLC. Let's go upstairs. There's this stone thingy. That looks creepy. Yes. Again, this here is again somewhat under construction. There's this. This is supposed to be the solar system, I think. And again, trying to be able to keep to walk around everything. But I have plenty of those trees I could try to use. Still have some work to do, as you can see. And if we go downstairs, some of you guys asked for a flash museum. I tried to do that here. Not too sure about the results. So here we have the rogue banners that we got for the Flashpoint DLC. And here we have a whole bunch of Flash kiosks that I have. Or actually, even some Flash base items from the. There's a Flash base item pack we can get from the marketplace. So some of those items come from there. So it's a mixture of stuff from. I forgot where we got the kiosk from. A lot of those again I bought from the broker, and then with the Flashpoint DLC, we got a bunch of new stuff like the Flash statues, the Rogue banners, and probably something else I failed to mention. The Cosmic Treadmill, for that you have no choice. You have to buy the flashback from the marketplace. It's sad, but that's how it is. So this is pretty much my small Cosmic Treadmill area. And again here we have some more Flash kiosks. Although I was able to sort of disguise my broker into a kiosk, I kind of like to do that sometimes. And of course we have the Rogue's balloons. I could have sworn I had more balloons than that. Oh well. But I'll try to show a better Flash museum in just a bit. Here I guess I would say I have a better version of what could be a Flash museum. Although I would probably need to work on it some more. It's something I've added a few statues recently, but a lot of the stuff was there long before. And I found a way to be able to use those kiosks to be able to upgrade the armories a bit. The armories are huge. The armories of the Atlantis lair are huge. But at some point I thought, hey, what if I put them in one of those kiosks? And it kind of worked a bit. Now let's switch to flying. So obviously I got a few Flash base item packs. I should probably buy some more. And again, the Cosmic Thread Mill comes from there. A lot of those screens come from there. I should probably look for more desks like this one. I love those desks. So basically I combined some of the Flash base items with a whole bunch of base items we can get in the game to try to make some sort of Flash, a sort of Flash museum. Sadly, it's still under construction. For the other rooms, I have still some base items, but I would need more, especially for the rogues. I'm gonna have to farm a bit to try to get more base items, more rogue base items. Although at some point I would give some of those items to my lairs. So sadly, when you have a lot of characters and when you have a few league halls to try to put items into, and makes it a bit difficult to put all the base items into the lair you would like to put them. And also sometimes you give a base item to a lair and then you have an idea for a lair later on, and too late, you already gave the base item to another lair. I wish at some point we could trade items between lairs, like if you gave an item to one lair that you could give it to another lair instead. Maybe someday in the future. I guess we'll have to wait and see for that. So some more Cosmic Threadmill, some more kiosks. Add a lot of those kiosks. I guess that's one of the nice things about this Universe Online. You can always find something you need to do. And once we got the Brainiac lair, I knew that I had to make a lair with a whole bunch of Brainiac base items. And here we are. And at first this was a female Brainiac. I'd called her Brainiac 11. But then decided to turn her into the Emerald Empress. Although I ended up making a Pink Lantern Armory. And then now the B Armory. I might have to tweak the character a bit. I'll have to get some thoughts. I thought I made a cool Reverse Flash, a female Reverse Flash. Oh well. I'm toying with a Batwoman, Batgirl video. I should try to make that soon. But the idea behind this lair was to try to have as many of the Brainiac base items as possible. So during the anniversary event, either I would play the broker and buy a whole bunch of those items, or when I would get some of those items as drops, I would send them to this character, and I would use them in this lair. I could work on it some more. Oh well. If you guys saw my Avengers video, you saw my Captain Marvel. Although very briefly, I had made a section with her, and then as I edited the video down to about 1 minute, She ended up in the cutting floor. It's sad, but it happens. So I guess you can see a sneak peek of my future Bad Girl video. And I tried to make a Manhunter video, and I had some technical issues, so I'm gonna have to redo that video, sadly. Some more Bad Girl preview, some more posters. I love those posters. But I should probably try to get possibly a few more Brainiac based items. I'll have to give it some thoughts. And one thing I love to do, I'm sure you guys noticed, I love sometimes to disguise the amenities using some base items. So here it gives us a mainframe that looks like a Brainiac mainframe. So if we go again, you can make some pretty cool walls with those big base items. And you could put a whole bunch of those weird, creepy base items on the walls. Here it's still under construction, I guess. I would need a whole bunch of chairs. Not sure why I have Ultraman and no one else. Oh well. Maybe Emerald Witch Queen has the hots for Ultraman? Who knows? I certainly don't want to know. So again, we can make some pretty cool looking pattern or pretty cool looking rooms with a whole bunch of those same base items. Although this is I've pretty much rearranged my layers since then, so I'm gonna have to tweak this layer at least a bit. Let's take a quick look at our Red Hood lair. It doesn't have a lot of base items. It's one of those layers that is a bit low on the list of priorities. But I thought I should show the sewer lair so that you guys can get a good idea of what it looks like. The armories are, not too sure about them. But overall, they did a good job with the lair. But somehow I did not decorate it very much, which is kind of fitting. If you were in the sewers, I'm not sure how much decorating you could actually do. And the same with the bunker lair. I did not decorate it very much just yet. It's still very much under renovation, or under construction, I could say. But I thought you should at least have a look at the bunker lair to see what it looks like. For the colors, the pink colors, it's colors that you can customize, so don't worry about that. We've got a few nice posters there. So it still need a lot of base items, but at least you saw what the bunker lair looks like. At some point with my Batman character, I wanted to make a Wayne Manor, and came to realize that, holy crap, I did not have enough base items with my Batman character. And even with my multiverse character, I barely have enough base items to try to fill to make some sort of manor. But again, one thing I try to do, I try to leave room so that we can walk freely around the room. And of course, there's the little piano here. Which plays for a bit until it crashes. There's a little harp here. I love this little harp. And again, I'm using those library walls to make smaller rooms. And I even made some sort of a little bathroom over here. I could probably put some more stuff on the walls. I'll have to work on it. And of course, there's the little thingy that will play a bit of music. And again, here I used tried to make some sort of dining room here. I guess this could be considered the kitchen area. I may have showed it in one of my previous video, but it may have evolved a bit more. Here again, another smaller room with a few couches and stuff like that. Obviously, I could put a few more things on the wall here. I'm still working on it. Like in this here, could become could probably do something with this here. And if we go up here, that's the master bedroom with the huge bed. This is a bed I got from, I believe it came from the Racial Ghoul mission. I think you have to complete a collection or a briefing. It's been a while, I forget. And we have those posters. I have so many of those posters. It's not even funny. Oh, you still hear the music a bit. And if we go downstairs, I should probably put something again better on the walls. So obviously, if there's one place where I could put a casino, it was here. So I have a whole bunch of casino signs. There's those lamps. I had no idea what to do with those lamps until I made this room. And of course, there's a bunch of casino tables, roulette, pool table, the pool cues on the wall, the billiard sign. The billiard sign was perfect for this. And here, I guess this is the little pub. See, that's one of the exceptions. I should probably try to move stuff around a bit so that I can actually walk here. Oh well. Nothing is perfect, as they say. I think here too. Yeah, I should move this here. It's not the end of the world. You can just jump over it. But I kind of like to be able to walk around. I can't explain it, but that's how it is. And we have another thingy here to play some music. Sweet memories. This one reminds us of the winter seasonal, which luckily is far away at this point. At least still far away. But it plays pretty far. I'm surprised. Usually when you move around, when you go away from Western items, you don't hear them as much. But we hear the music far enough. And here is my cave. Again, at some point I was using the Brainiac lair or the Atlantis lair all the time. So showing off my penthouse that I just showed before, or showing off the cave lair, didn't really become an option at this point. I usually kept on using the Brainiac lair instead of the cave lair. But I decided to bite the bullet and have at least one lair that would be the cave lair. I guess one of the mistakes I made was that I've spread some of my base items throughout multiple characters. I should probably have given all or most or all the Batman base items to my Batman character, but I didn't do that. But here we have some nice base items still. So even though, oh, I forget if this, oh no, this one is activated, okay. Oh, the Batman statue, almost forgot to show off this one. That's a nice statue we got some time ago. We still see it on the broker once in a while, but if you see it on the broker and you can afford to buy it, buy it. Although it is pretty expensive at this point. Let's activate our little bat signal. So again, this is a case where I didn't put too much stuff all over the place. Oh, and here I made a little Arkham Asylum area. Oh, where's the sign? We can see even the sign here, Arkham Cell Block. So I guess this is my crazy place. And all of those Arkham frame. I love those. I should probably try to get a few more next Halloween. And if we go downstairs, oh, I guess I forgot to show off. There's a few windows. Oh, and the Batwing. There's a few nice Gotham windows that we have. A big Batman sign. Another window with the Batman emblem. Of course, the huge Batman emblem. We got the huge Batman frame. We got a last anniversary event. And the T-Rex. Sadly, in the cave lair, there's not that many places where you can place a T-Rex where it fits properly. So that's why at some point I much prefer to use the Brainiac lair so that we could have plenty of room for the T-Rex. Oh well. So again here, this is the crafting area. It's still a work in progress, but we'll get there someday. And here we have the Gotham Zoo. Although I didn't have that many stuff to put here, there's a few signs that are kind of nice. There's not that many animals that I could get, or there's probably a few more that, but I don't have them. And I know there's a few more bats that I could have had. Oh well. So for the Batcave lair, I do have a tendency to use the Brainiac lair instead. If ever someday they give us a big lair, a big cave lair, that's what I would use. But right now, that the Brainiac lair is pretty much a better option. Again, some more covers. I love those. And those covers will pretty much have a mixture of classic and new stuff. Like technically, these are new covers, but made by classic artists like Tim Sale, Frank Miller, Bernie Wrightson, Bruce Timm, Frank Cho, James Taranko. And we got some more here, the bigger versions of the more or less same covers. And the big T-Rex. Like this is what I meant. You pretty much need a really big room to be able to show off the T-Rex properly. And sadly, if you want to have a big room, you have to use either the Brainiac lair or the Atlantis lair. And to create a sort of bat cave, the Brainiac lair seemed like the better option of the two. Oh no, of course the armories. I like the armories better. The armories in the Atlantis lair are way too big. So I thought this was a better option to be able to make a pretty cool bat cave. Although I should probably get even more items to be able to fill up the cave. Well, let's say a bit more. Again, some more covers. And again, some classic covers by Mike Mignola, Dick Giordano, Carmine Infantino, and some more recent stuff from the new 52. Or actually, this is from Ush, if I recall correctly. And here's our Batman Beyond Armory. Bat Signal. Obviously, this is one of those rooms that I still have a lot of work ahead of me. The same here. Although I felt a bit guilty not to have an actual cave lair with my Batman character, so I had no choice. I had to make a cave lair. I had to. It's a bit more claustrophobic than the other one, but I kind of like the result so far. Obviously, I'm still working on it, but it's getting there. So again, an example of the T-Rex that's pretty difficult to fit within the lair. And if we go up here, so I was able to put a few of the pennies, a couple of posters, a few artifacts, the Joker card. But I have a few of those. Basically, at some point, whenever there would be a sale, I would purchase at least one of the Batman pack, the Batman base item pack from the marketplace. And of course, some nice windows. We have the Batman windows, and we have the Riddler windows, of course. Again, another Batmobile, the Bat entrance. So it still needs some works, but it's getting there. So I wanted to make a penthouse with the Wayne door, the Shakespeare bust. So technically this would be the entrance to go down into the Batcave. And I guess you could see the cave as the cave and the Brainiac Lair as two levels of the Batcave underneath the penthouse. But I came to realize that I don't have enough. I don't have enough stuff for the penthouse, so I'm gonna have to either farm for base items or maybe play the broker a bit. I'll have to give it some thoughts. But basically, I need more items for this lair, obviously. But it does give me an alternative, an option to be able to show off the penthouse lair, which people often have questions about. Actually, people often have questions about the various layers. Speaking of questions, some people had questions about basically the lava based items in this layer. It's not a base item, it's actually a window. This is the volcano layer. It's a layer we got with the Birds of Prey DLC, and I thought it would make a nice evil apocalypse layer for my evil dark multiverse character. So here you can see my various dark side armories. Although I have a few more, like here we have our Camo Armory and our Evil Demon Armory. I'm not sure how I would probably call it. The one drawback is that it is a small lair, but it's a pretty cool looking lair. The one good thing is that there's no pillars in the center of the room, so I kind of like that. The bad thing is that you see those things on the ceilings. Holy crap, they make it difficult to place some of these items in this lair. So it's a nice looking layer, but it is pretty small and it has a few flaws here and there. But overall, we can still make something pretty nice with this layer. Although seeing how small it is, if you want to be able to put a whole bunch of base items, you're going to need more than one layer with your character. And here we have our eastern layer. I don't know if I'll show all the layers, but I'm going to try to show at least a few of them. So at some point I was a bit more dedicated to decorating the layers. I would send there's various base items I would send, let's say, to this character to be able to make pretty much an ancient looking layer. Although there's another layer also that looks even more ancient. A few statues. And depending on the layer, there's certain items you can put in different places. I love this portrait. So again, here the master bedroom. You can see it's a bit different than the one I had in my other layer. But here usually I'll try to put some sort of statues or ancient books. But it still requires quite some work. Those GUI thing, I have a lot of those. I should probably try to find a way to use more of these. And the ancient lair. I love this lair. They did a really good job with this lair. Whenever I come here, I can almost smell the dust in the air. I love it. So again, at some point I would like send, let's say, Egyptian statues to this character or anything that would fit within some sort of ancient lair. I would try to send it to this character. But then at some point I stopped doing that. I guess I got a bit lazy. But I should try to get back into that habit. The problem also is that with the shared bank is not that big, so trading between characters sometimes can be a bit of a pain in the butt. But I should really try. I should really try to make an extra effort, I guess. So as you guessed it, so basically mystical items, ancient mummies, that kind of stuff. That's what I would try to put it in this lair. I should probably get some sort of ancient walls. I guess library, the library books, the library walls would work well enough here in small dose. And let us end with the last Psalm of Krypton. So obviously we can use some of the base items from the death of Superman, the Time Sphere, or some of the Legion base items, obviously. Sadly for the BVS posters, we cannot get those anymore. It's sad, but that's how it is. But there's plenty of base items for the Death of Superman we can get. There's still some base items from survival mode we should be able to get, but they might be a bit expensive on the broker at this point. Of course, there's posters. I love those posters. But holy crap, those armories are huge. Yeah, I know I said it already, but I can't get over how huge these are. But there's a whole bunch of Kryptonian base items we can get from the vault if we need to. So here I pretty much have a mixture of a Kryptonian base item, the Superman, the 80th anniversary base items, Legion base items, obviously. So if you really want to, you could make a somewhat cool-looking Superman lair. There's base items from Kandor, some of those signs. If you search for Kandor on the broker, you'll see you should see a bunch of base items. Some more posters. So obviously there still needs this layer still needs a lot of work, but slowly but surely it'll get there. Like one of the posters we got during the anniversary event. I wish we had an official Kryptonian lair, but until we do, well, we're gonna have to make do with the Atlantis lair. So I did not show all the layers, but I did show a good sample of a whole bunch of them. Although I made a video about each of the layer we have in this universe online, I'll put the link to those videos in the description down below. So if you need to have more information about those layers, you could always watch those videos. Here